Hello everyone. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be talking about using SQL joins. More specifically, I'm going to be talking about understanding the syntax behind them. A lot of people tend to find the concept of SQL joins to be somewhat confusing. How you're supposed to order the tables, where does the on statement go, etc. I'm hoping that by the end of this video I'll be able to clear up a lot of that confusion for you. So let's get to it. To start off with, I'm using the AdventureWorks 2014 sample database, which can be downloaded from Microsoft's website. I'll provide a link to it in the description. As you can see here on the screen, I've just written up a simple join query. I think this will be sufficient for now to demonstrate how easy it can be to understand join syntax. I'll expand on this query in a few moments, and as you'll be able to see, grasping this concept will be incredibly simple. So the first thing we need to consider when writing our join query is what tables contain the data that we want to join together. In our example here, I'm grabbing the sales order ID and the name of the products on those orders. In the AdventureWorks 2014 database, these two tables are the sales.salesorder_detail and production.product tables. After determining which tables I'm going to use, I determine which columns I'm going to select. I'm only going to be using the sales order ID and product name columns for now. Now that I have the tables and the columns I want to use in mind, I want to think about how the tables will be arranged in my head. I'm going to be listing the sales order ID first, so this is the table that I'll include in my from statement. Think of your from statement as the base table that each of your joins will attach to. Or another way to think of it is that the table in your from statement will be the leading or leftmost table in your series of joins. The head of the snake, if you will. Next, you'll see my join statement. This, again, is the table that I'm attaching to the sales order detail table that I included in my from statement. It's quite simple when you think about it. You have your select, from, then you see join. You're joining the table that follows join to the table in your from statement. The next part of the query is the on statement. The on statement specifies the conditions that are to be met for the columns to join together. So in our case here, we are joining the tables together based upon product IDs matching between both the sales order detail and the product tables. I've added the order by clause in order to sort by the sales order ID. In this way, we can get a nicer view of each order and the items associated with it. Now we'll run this query and see our results. As you can see, we now have our product table joined to the sales order detail table with each item in the right column associated with its specified sales order ID. Fairly simple. Now let's further illustrate this idea of joining tables by attaching another table to our product table in this query. In the AdventureWorks 2014 database, each product in the product table has a product subcategory associated with it. So let's try not only listing our sales order ID and product name, but also that product's associated subcategory. In thinking about our previous line of reasoning, remember that when using joins, you're essentially attaching tables together so that you can use them in your select statement. We initially started out with our sales order detail table and our from clause. Then we attached the product table so that we could get our product name in the query. In order to add another table, we just repeat the same logic. As you can see, I've added another join statement, and this time it's the production.product subcategory table that we're using. And it will be joined to the table in the previous join statement, which is the product table, which is in turn attached to the table in our from clause, the sales order detail table. This process can be continued on to include whatever tables you need in your query. Looking at our final on statement, we can see that we're matching the product subcategory ID between the product and product subcategory tables, so that each product is listed followed by its associated subcategory. Now we'll run this query. So in thinking about doing SQL joins, think about which tables you're going to be using in your query. Once you determine in a sort of visual way how your tables are going to line up, you can construct your query just as we did here. Start in your from clause with the first table that you're going to use, then join each additional table with subsequent join statements, being sure to include the on statement to declare which criteria you are joining your tables based upon. Hopefully this video helped you out with understanding how to use SQL Joins, and don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.